Welcome to Learn English with Saya. Hi everyone, and welcome back to channel.
Hello, hello! We're so excited to be here with you today for another fantastic lesson.
I'm Sarah, and this is Jake, and today we have something really special for you.
Today, we're going to talk about one of the most important skills in English communication.
That's right. We're learning all about small talk and how to never run out of things to say.
Small talk is those casual, friendly conversations you have with people in everyday situations.
It's the light conversation you make with your coworker, your neighbor, or even a stranger in an elevator.
And I know for many English learners, small talk can feel really awkward and uncomfortable sometimes.
Absolutely. Many of our students tell us that small talk is one of the hardest things to master.
You might know all the grammar rules and have great vocabulary, but still struggle with casual conversations.
That's because small talk has its own rules, topics, and cultural expectations that vary by country.
So today, we're going to teach you exactly what to say in any situation to sound natural.
We'll cover common topics, useful phrases, and how to keep conversations flowing smoothly without awkward silences.
So, Jake, let me ask you, do you enjoy making small talk or does it make you nervous?
Honestly, I used to find it really stressful, especially when I was younger and more shy.
I completely understand that feeling because I was the same way when I was learning Spanish.
But over time, I learned that small talk is actually not that difficult once you know the patterns.
Exactly. Once you learn the common topics and phrases, it becomes almost automatic and easy.
So let's start with the basics. What exactly is small talk and why is it important?
Small talk is light, polite conversation about general topics that aren't too personal or too serious.
It's the social glue that helps people connect, build relationships, and create a friendly atmosphere.
In English-speaking cultures, especially in the US, UK, and Canada, small talk is extremely important.
People make small talk in so many situations. At work, at parties, waiting in line, at the gym.
It shows you're friendly, approachable, and socially aware, which is valued in Western cultures.
Not making small talk when it's expected can make you seem cold, unfriendly, or even rude.
So, let's learn how to do it well. First, let's talk about the most common small talk topic ever.
Can you guess what it is, listeners? It's something everyone talks about all the time.
That's right. It's the weather. Weather is the #1 small talk topic in English.
People talk about the weather constantly because it's safe, universal, and affects everyone equally.
Here are some common ways to start a conversation by talking about the weather.
You can say, "Beautiful day today, isn't it?" Or, "Looks like it's going to rain soon."
Or, "It's so hot today." Or, "I can't believe how cold it is this morning."
Notice we often make a statement and then add a question tag like, "Isn't it?" or "Don't you think?" Question tags invite the other person to agree or respond, which keeps the conversation going.
Let's practice some weather phrases together. Beautiful day, isn't it?
Beautiful day, isn't it? And it's so cold today, don't you think?
It's so cold today, don't you think? Perfect. Now let's talk about how to respond to weather comments.
When someone makes a comment about the weather, you should agree and maybe add something.
You can say, "Yes, it's gorgeous," or "I know, I'm loving this sunshine."
Or if it's bad weather, "Yeah, this rain is crazy," or "I'm so ready for spring."
The key is to show enthusiasm and agreement rather than just saying yes or yeah and stopping.
Now, let's move on to another super common small talk topic, the weekend.
Asking about someone's weekend plans or how their weekend was is extremely common at work.
On Friday, people usually ask, "Do you have any fun plans for the weekend?"
Or, "Any exciting plans this weekend?" Or simply, "What are you doing this weekend?"
You can respond honestly, even if your plans are simple. "Not much, just relaxing at home."
Or, "I'm going to visit my parents," or "I'm planning to catch up on some Netflix shows."
On Monday, people ask, "How was your weekend?" Or, "Did you have a good weekend?"
You respond, "It was great, thanks, I went hiking." Or, "Pretty relaxing, I just stayed home."
Always remember to ask the question back to show interest. "How about you? What did you do?"
This back and forth is what keeps small talk conversations going naturally and makes people feel valued.
Let's practice weekend questions. Do you have any plans for the weekend?
Do you have any plans for the weekend? And how was your weekend?
How was your weekend? Excellent. Now let's talk about work and career as small talk topics.
Work is another safe and common topic, especially when you first meet someone at social events.
The classic question is, so, what do you do? Or, what line of work are you in?
Line of work means your career field or industry, like marketing, teaching, or engineering.
You can answer, I'm a software engineer, or I work in marketing for a tech company.
Then you can follow up with questions like, how do you like it? Or, how long have you been doing that?
This shows genuine interest and gives the other person a chance to share more about themselves.
But be careful. Don't ask about salary or money because that's considered very rude and too personal.
Also, avoid complaining too much about your job, especially with people you don't know well yet. Keep it positive or neutral.
It's challenging but rewarding. Or I really enjoy working with my team.
Now let's discuss hobbies and interests, which is one of the best topics for meaningful small talk.
Asking about hobbies helps you find common interests and can lead to much deeper conversations.
You can ask, what do you like to do in your free time? Or, do you have any hobbies?
Or, what do you do for fun? Which is a casual and friendly way to ask.
Common hobbies people talk about include sports, reading, cooking, traveling, music, and movies.
If someone mentions a hobby you share, that's perfect. You can connect over that common interest.
You might say, oh, I love hiking too. What's your favorite trail? To show enthusiasm.
This creates a more personal connection and moves the conversation beyond surface-level small talk.
Let's practice hobby questions. What do you like to do in your free time?
What do you like to do in your free time? And do you have any hobbies?
Do you have any hobbies? Great. Now let's talk about travel, which is always a popular topic.
Travel is fantastic for small talk because most people enjoy traveling or want to travel more.
You can ask, have you traveled anywhere interesting recently? Or, do you have any trips coming up?
Or, where's your favorite place you've ever visited? Which often gets people excited to share stories.
When someone shares their travel experiences, show interest by asking follow-up questions about details.
Ask things like, what was the best part? Or, what did you enjoy most about that place?
If you've been to the same place, you can share, I've been there too. Did you visit the famous museum?
Travel conversations can last a long time because people love sharing their experiences and recommendations.
Now let's talk about current events and news, but this topic requires some caution.
News can be good for small talk, but you need to be careful about controversial or sensitive topics.
Safe news topics include sports events, local community news, weather events, or entertainment news like new movies.
You might say, did you hear about the new restaurant opening downtown? Or did you watch the game last night?
Avoid controversial topics like politics, religion, or divisive social issues when making small talk with people you don't know well.
These topics can lead to arguments or uncomfortable situations, which defeats the purpose of friendly small talk.
If someone brings up a controversial topic, you can politely redirect, I'm not sure about that, but did you hear about...
Or simply say, I try not to get too into politics, but I'm curious about your vacation plans.
Now let's discuss compliments, which are a wonderful way to start positive small talk.
Giving genuine compliments about something specific makes people feel good and opens up conversation.
You can compliment someone's clothing. I love your jacket. Where did you get it?
Or something they did. Great presentation today. You explained everything so clearly and effectively.
The key word here is genuine. Make sure your compliments are sincere and specific, not generic.
Generic compliments like, nice shirt, feel less meaningful than, that color looks great on you.
When you receive a compliment, simply say, thank you, and maybe give credit where it's due. For example, thank you. I actually got it on sale at that new store downtown.
This gives the other person a chance to continue the conversation by asking more questions.
Let's practice giving compliments. I love your jacket. Where did you get it?
I love your jacket. Where did you get it? And great job on the presentation today. Great job on the presentation. Perfect. Now, let's talk about conversation starters in specific situations.
Different situations require different approaches, so let's go through some common scenarios you'll encounter.
First scenario. You're in an elevator with a coworker or neighbor you recognize but don't know well.
This is a classic small talk situation. The elevator ride is short, so keep it brief and light.
You can say, "How's your day going so far?" Or "Heading out for lunch?" Or "Busy day today?"
If you don't know them at all, you can simply smile and say, "How's it going?" or "Have a good day."
Second scenario. You're at a networking event or party and want to join a conversation.
Approach a group that looks open and friendly, then wait for a brief pause in conversation.
You can say, "Hi, I'm Jake. Mind if I join you?" Or "Sorry to interrupt, but I overheard you talking about..."
This shows respect for their existing conversation while expressing interest in joining the discussion.
Third scenario. You're waiting in line at a coffee shop or store with other people around you.
This is a good opportunity for brief, friendly small talk if the person seems open to chatting.
You might comment on the wait, "The line is long today," or ask, "Have you been here before? What do you recommend?"
But always read body language. If someone has headphones on or is looking at their phone, they probably don't want to chat.
Fourth scenario. You're at the gym or a fitness class and see the same people regularly.
This is great for building friendly acquaintances. You can start with simple greetings and build up gradually.
Start with, "Hey, how's your workout going?" And over time ask, "What are you training for?"
Shared activities like fitness classes create natural conversation topics and common ground for connection.
Now let's talk about one of the biggest challenges in small talk, avoiding awkward silences.
Awkward silences happen when the conversation stops and nobody knows what to say next.
The key to avoiding this is asking open-ended questions rather than yes-no questions.
Open-ended questions start with words like what, how, why, or tell me about, and require more than one-word answers.
Instead of, "Did you have a good weekend?" ask, "What did you do this weekend?"
Instead of, do you like movies? Ask, what kind of movies do you like?
These questions give people more to work with and naturally lead to longer, more interesting responses.
Another trick is to listen actively and ask follow-up questions based on what they just said.
If someone says, "I went hiking this weekend," don't just say, "Cool," and stop talking.
Ask, where did you go? Or how was the weather? Or do you hike often?
This shows you're genuinely listening and interested, which makes people more engaged in the conversation.
Let's practice transforming closed questions into open questions. Did you have fun? Becomes,
What did you enjoy most? Perfect. And do you like movies? Becomes,
what kind of movies do you like? Excellent. Now let's discuss how to gracefully end small talk conversations.
ending a conversation politely is just as important as starting one, but many people struggle with this.
You don't want to seem rude, but you also need to move on sometimes to other conversations or activities.
Here are some polite ways to exit. "It was great talking to you. I should probably get back to work now."
Or, I've really enjoyed our chat. I'm going to grab some food, but let's talk again soon.
Or simply, "Well, I don't want to take up all your time. Have a wonderful rest of your day."
These phrases are polite, friendly, and give a clear signal that the conversation is ending naturally.
You can also use physical cues like standing up, gathering your things, or starting to move away slowly.
Always end with something positive like, great talking to you, or see you around, to leave a good impression.
Now let's talk about cultural differences in small talk, because this is really important to understand.
Small talk customs vary significantly from culture to culture, and what's normal in one place might seem strange in another.
In American culture, small talk is extremely common and expected in many situations, even with complete strangers.
Americans often chat with people in stores, elevators, or while waiting in line, which surprises some international visitors.
In British culture, people also value small talk, but it's often more reserved and weather-focused than American small talk.
In some Asian or Northern European cultures, small talk with strangers is less common and might seem unusual.
The key is to observe the culture you're you're in and adjust your small talk behavior accordingly.
When in doubt, start with something small, like a smile or a brief comment, and see how people respond.
If they seem open and respond warmly, continue. If they seem closed off, respect their space and boundaries.
Now let's discuss topics you should generally avoid in small talk, especially with people you don't know well.
First, politics and controversial social issues. These can lead to arguments and uncomfortable tension very quickly.
Second, religion and personal beliefs. These are very personal and can be divisive or offensive to some people.
Third, money and salary. Asking how much someone earns or how much they paid for something is considered very rude.
Fourth, age and weight. Never ask someone's age or comment on their weight, even if you think it's positive.
Fifth, personal problems and complaints. Don't dump your problems on people you barely know. It's too heavy for small talk.
Sixth, gossip about other people. Talking negatively about others makes you look bad and untrustworthy to everyone.
Keep small talk light, positive, and general until you know someone well enough for deeper conversations.
Now let's do a complete small talk conversation example so you can hear everything flow naturally together.
Great idea. Let's imagine we're at a work conference during a coffee break and meeting for the first time.
I'll start. Walking up with coffee. Hi there. The coffee here is actually pretty good, isn't it?
It really is. I was surprised. I'm Jake, by the way. Nice to meet you.
I'm Sarah. Nice to meet you too. So, are you here for the whole conference or just today?
I'm here for the whole 3 days. This is my first time at this conference, actually. How about you?
This is my third year coming. It's a great conference. What brings you here? What do you do?
I work in digital marketing for a software company. We're trying to learn more about the latest trends in the industry.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm in marketing too, but for a retail company. Do you enjoy the digital side of things?
I do. It's constantly changing, which keeps it exciting. What about retail marketing? That must be quite different.
It definitely is. We focus a lot on in-store experiences and seasonal campaigns. Have you been to any good sessions yet today?
Yeah, I really enjoyed the one about social media strategies. The speaker was fantastic and had some great insights.
Oh, I missed that one. Was it the morning session? I heard it was popular and sold out quickly.
Yes, it was at 9 a.m. Maybe they'll post the slides online later. What sessions are you planning to attend next?
I'm thinking about the afternoon workshop on email marketing. Have you heard anything about it?
I haven't, but that sounds useful. I might join you if there's still space available in the workshop.
That would be great. We could grab lunch after and compare notes about what we learned.
Sounds like a plan. Do you know any good places around here for lunch?
There's a great sandwich place just down the street. They have really fresh ingredients and quick service.
Perfect. Well, I should probably head to the next session now. It was really nice talking to you, Sarah.
You too, Jake. I'll see you at the workshop later. Enjoy the rest of the conference.
See how that conversation flowed naturally from one topic to another without any awkward pauses or silences?
Exactly. We started with something simple, the coffee, then moved to introductions, work, and future plans.
We asked open-ended questions, showed genuine interest, and found common ground in our similar career fields.
And we ended by making concrete plans to meet again, which builds the relationship beyond just small talk.
That's how you turn small talk into the beginning of a real professional or personal relationship.
Now, let's review all the key phrases and strategies we learned in today's lesson.
We learned that weather is the #1 small talk topic. Beautiful day, isn't it?
We learned to ask about weekends. Do you have any plans this weekend? And how was your weekend?
We learned to ask about work politely. What do you do? Or what line of work are you in?
We learned to ask about hobbies. What do you like to do in your free time?
We learned to discuss travel. Have you traveled anywhere interesting recently?
We learned to give genuine compliments. I love your jacket. Where did you get it?
We learned to ask open-ended questions to avoid awkward silences and keep conversations flowing naturally.
We learned to end conversations gracefully. It was great talking to you. Have a wonderful day.
And we learned which topics to avoid: politics, religion, money, age, weight, and personal complaints.
Now, let me give you some final tips to help you become a small talk master.
Tip number 1. Practice active listening by really paying attention to what people say instead of just waiting for your turn to talk.
Tip number 2. Remember that most people enjoy talking about themselves, so ask questions and show genuine interest in their answers.
Tip number 3. Don't be afraid of small pauses in conversation. They're natural and give people time to think.
Tip number 4. Smile and maintain friendly body language, even if you're feeling nervous inside about the conversation.
Tip number 5. Start small with simple comments or questions and build up to longer conversations as you get more comfortable.
Tip number 6. Practice regularly. The more you make small talk, the easier and more natural it becomes over time.
Remember, everyone struggles with small talk sometimes, even native speakers, so be patient and kind with yourself.
Your challenge this week is to initiate at least 3 small talk conversations using phrases from this lesson.
Start with something easy, like commenting on the weather or asking about someone's weekend plans.
Notice what topics people respond to most enthusiastically and use those topics again in future conversations.
Pay attention to the patterns and phrases that native speakers use and try to incorporate them into your own speech.
The more you practice, the more confident and natural you'll become at making small talk in any situation.
Thank you so much for joining us today on Pulse for this lesson about small talk.
We hope you feel more confident now about starting and maintaining casual conversations in English.
Remember, small talk is a skill that improves with practice, so get out there and start talking to people.
If you enjoyed this lesson, please share it with your friends who are learning English and struggling with small talk.
And subscribe to Pulse for more practical English conversation lessons that you can use in real life every day.
Until next time, keep practicing, keep speaking, and never run out of things to say in English.
Good luck with your small talk adventures, and we'll see you in the next lesson very soon.
Goodbye, everyone. Happy chatting.
Bye-bye. See you next time on Pulse.